Alright guys, today's Theory Thursday. We're going to talk about Miles Morales. I am Sam and my partner name is...
Herc right here. Let's get it.
Alright, Herc. I know you want to talk about this so badly, so let's get into it.
You know what it is. We get into the Miles, the Morales, the Hispanic, the representation, the minorities of the
The
Spider-Mans.
first black and Hispanic Spider-Man.
Yup, you already know. We representing out here. All colors. You dig?
I happen to be Hispanic.
And I happen to be black. What a coincidence, right? It's crazy how we just suddenly chose the superhero that happens to represent us all. Crazy, right?
He's out there. He's in the new video game. There's talks about Spider-Man into the Multiverse 2, and then No Way Home mentioning of Miles maybe. This is great.
Yeah, so basically, if you saw in the
Yeah.
last movie, Homecoming, like they obviously hinted at Miles because his uncle was there trying to like get into his car, and then like Peter showed up and freaking attached like the webs in his hands into the car door, and he was saying, "Oh, Miles, I'll be home late," because I think Peter wanted information from him, regarding like the crime syndicate and stuff like that or something. I can't remember specifically. I think it was like moving illegal equipment, but his uncle was kind of known for that. He was out here in them streets trapping with the gear and stuff. That's how he got them powers. You dig? But yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the beginning of it, really. And I feel like that literally hints, not even hints, just insinuates that they're working on building a future for Miles in the MCU, and it's gonna be freaking fantastic.
I actually do agree. And it is in the casting for Homecoming, the first Spider-Man movie, that Donald Glover is Aaron Davis, which is also known as Miles' uncle. And I honestly was so excited when I saw that movie theater. So I was like, Miles. Like, why did they mention the name Miles? It didn't click to me at the time, but now I'm just super hyped because now they're probably gonna introduce. It's still too young for Miles. I'm gonna say like a 10-year-old Miles Morales getting ready and for his future. That's what I'm saying. Because our Spider-Man is still young.
Yeah, he is, and that's why exactly I'm thinking that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is gonna die off, because if you look at it, like literally his villains are trash, so they need to obviously reboot that, and also Gwen died, so there can't be a Gwen in that universe or something like that. But I feel like he's gonna die because he's just he needs a
And
reboot.
I'm thinking it's Toby. But
You see, here's the thing though, like Toby, he's just too iconic. It's like don't touch the past. Like literally leave that alone. And Andrew Garfield is like the most recent.
I know what you mean. But you're also forgetting, if we're going to trace back into the Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, which Peter Parker died, and was the oldest Peter Parker that died, the one who had the most experience, the one that spent it so much. Obviously, the death of Gwen is hard, but that Peter did not have the death of Gwen or MJ.
Yeah, he didn't, and that's why. And also, like, I don't know, I feel like Andrew Garfield is the most recent Spider-Man, right? So it's kind of pointless to change the old one that was done right, and it was pretty okay. So, like, why would you go all the way that far back to kill Toby and have Miles from that era come out? You know what I'm saying? And like, and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's kind of seems dated like back then and not as modern. You know what I mean?
I just think the reason why they want to forget it is just because the villains. Like everything is perfect. Like Andrew plays the best Spider-Man. Okay, I know everybody's gonna be like, what? Like, yes, Andrew plays the best Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man, like as he's played, not the best Peter Parker, but the best Spider-Man.
That's what I'm trying to argue. I think it's because okay, that wouldn't make sense either because Miles' uncle was in Tom Holland's
Homecoming.
universe. So how would that work?
Remember Spider-Man they're mixing up all the universes. It looks like they're mixing up all the universe together because Doctor Strange messed up the spell.
Mm-hmm. So okay, so
So
maybe that was like
they're
a teaser to the later on. So continue, sorry.
yeah. So maybe everything's gonna be together. Like we're gonna get the next multiverse. We're not really sure if Andrew or Toby is really confirmed. We're just basing on theories that we've seen, or we're just hoping it happens. And honestly, I'm just waiting to see what happens. And you know, we're probably gonna be introduced Miles again because, like I said earlier, probably if you watch our second episode, we talked about No Way Home. I said mention of JJJ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is he in Tom's universe and not in Toby's
And that's
universe?
why I feel like something was to happen beforehand. And I don't know if this is TVA related because they still haven't told us if the TVA is canon or whatever in the universe. I'm thinking,
Yes, it is.
okay, but like
They
that,
say anything. They said anything is canon, so
but like
I'm
it makes
taking
no
that.
sense though. Then that just throws everything out of whack.
But
Everything.
our thing is, we don't know where the TVA, like when we know where, but we don't know when the TVA is being placed. Like when the whole terror chaos happened.
Yeah, so it must have like something beforehand must have gone wrong to where J. Jonah Jameson, but it still wouldn't make sense. I'm trying to like honestly half of this is me trying to wrap my head around it, but at the same time trying to match it up with the theories that I have, which doesn't add up because Marvel just sucks when it comes to timelines when explaining it until
Well,
after the fact.
this TV show. So they're saying that it picks up directly. I'm just looking this up. Loki picks up directly after the events of 2012's Adventures. But then, yeah, I really don't know. No one
Exactly.
knows.
That's why I
The
think
only
something happened before to where they effed up, and then Joe Jonas. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. J. Jonah Jameson. I'm just gonna call him JJJ. JJJ pulled up into Tom Holland's universe for some random reason. He got like accustomed to it because it was years beforehand. If you're taking like from the first Avengers movie, because that was when he was like apprehended and stuff, and he disappeared. If you're starting from there, then that's quite a while, dude.
Yeah, and like we've been mentioning, Loki is the only one that in its whole entire Marvel MCU
Mm-hmm.
we don't know where it falls in the timeline. Everything WandaVision we know is very easy and we can place that. The Falcon and Winter Soldier is very easy to place that, but Loki, that one is probably the ones that making us think maybe the multiverse already happened.
Getting a little sidetracked, right? So
Yeah,
technically, does that mean Loki is still alive and not really dead?
I mean technically, yeah, because he never technically got
Yeah. So technically,
Well,
do you think they're gonna
yeah.
rework him in the future movies, or
Oh yeah, definitely. They're gonna rework Sylvie into the movies too. Are you kidding me?
I get it, but like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, that's the whole point of him dying. That's just like, it's not as impactful as Tony Stark,
Well,
but like,
he is dead. He is like dead. They did confirm that he is dead. This is just the variant of Loki. It's like one that he never actually really did die in that year.
but explaining that would have to be like weird in the movies. I mean, obviously we understand it because of the show, but like the movies, it's just like, dang, like trying to tie it all together. But they're usually good at that, so I'm not gonna like stress about it. But
Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's I don't know, man. That's kind of sus. But back to the topic, I feel like Toby Maguire is gonna live. I know he's the most experienced and stuff. I don't know.
You just want the OG to live. I understand.
No, it's not even on some that type of stuff. It's not even on that kind of mentality. It's literally just the fact that there's no point in getting rid of him because like he's just a staple. He's a classic, and like there's no point in touching him because his thing wasn't even like touchable. Like, because Andrew Garfield is the most recent and the most ones that's subject to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Obviously,
And that
no
would
one really
give it a
like.
purpose since it's so close to the current Spider-Man. It would give it a purpose to say, okay, this is why the second movies would be canon in the universe. You know what I mean?
I mean, no one really like Andrew's villains. We're all gonna be honest. They're the Blue Man Group, and then the weird ass lip lizard.
Yeah, that was a
Um,
freaking the guy who took
and
too
then
many roids at the
he
gym.
had another Harry, and that Harry looked like a
He looked
demonic
like he was a crack addict,
Green
bro.
Goblin.
He looked like you could step out of a 7-Eleven and at like 2 a.m. after paying
At
for some
least
gas and seeing
at
him like
least
buy the ice cream.
Toby's Green Goblin looks so much. The two Green Goblins look so much better.
Oh yeah. Well, would you consider Harry a Green Goblin and Toby?
No, but like technically, yes and no. I mean, he was not evil like his father,
Hmm.
but he did put on the outfit. He did put on the show like a Green Goblin.
Quick question: which one's better, the Hot
Can
Goblin or the Green Goblin?
you say it again?
Hot Goblin or Green Goblin?
Oh,
Is it Hot or Hob?
that's. I think it's Hob. It's Hob.
What is
I
that?
was like Hob.
Hobgoblin. I mean, he is kind of looking, if you know what I'm saying. The hot guy.
um, I don't know. I don't know which one's better. I mean, if
See,
I'm gonna choose one,
mm-hmm. You want me to give you like a little bit of context about each of them, or
no,
I mean, I
I
know you
know, I
know.
know.
Yeah, I know you know, but like,
It's a hard choice. Like, obviously, one is different from the other, and it's just.
I'm biased.
I would say I can't say because really had. I know the comics introduced more to us, and I don't know why my brain is thinking more of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I really can't answer that question. What do you think?
Wow. Okay, I got the
Okay,
note.
fine. Fine. Green Goblin because he represents more of the essence of like I'm gonna be really
You
evil.
see, guys, peer pressure works. But nah, you can't go wrong with the OG like that. The Hobgoblin, he's a little impulsive. I feel like the Green Goblin's the smarter out of the two, and he's actually diabolical. But aside from that, dude. All right, back on topic with Miles, right? So, are you familiar with
Yes,
any of the games, like the first Spider-Man game or the second one, the recent ones?
I am. I am really familiar to the recent new games. Obviously, I think we're going to talk more about it in tomorrow's episodes on how well we know the OG games.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause Spider-Man 2 back in the day,
Whew,
boy, was that
that
something.
was that was good soup. If you know the good TikTok.
Good soup. Thumbs up. Anyway, so regarding the games, right? I felt like they did a good job tying both Spider-Mans together. Like in terms of I feel like the movies are gonna mimic the game and how like Miles and Peter were in that universe. But I feel like in the new game, obviously, spoiler alert, I'm just making a speculation, but I could call this right now. Spider-Man's gonna die, Peter's gonna die, and Miles is gonna take over. That's my
Oh no,
guess.
no, that's gonna happen. I mean, obviously they're not gonna introduce it right away,
Mm-hmm.
because I know Miles needs to learn, and he's gonna learn a little bit from Peter, but he's also gonna have to learn the hardship of losing someone again.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is with that, I feel like they're gonna exactly like not copy, but take a page from the game because I'm not gonna lie, the story on the game was so well done. Like the graphics and
I mean,
mechanics were
they're also
perfect.
introduced Venom, so my thing is, I think no, they you saw the
Yeah,
trailer. I
yeah.
mean, all did. They introduced Venom, so I'm not. They're not going to take Venom to the movie, but they're going to change the villain on who's gonna how they're gonna Peter's gonna die with the villain.
Yeah, no, no, for sure. So I think it's gonna happen in this upcoming movie. December, right? But I feel like Venom.
December 17th.
But I feel like they're gonna take the story arc from the game of Venom and tie it into like the next movie. I feel like the next Spider-Man movie will for sure have Miles in it. You know what I mean? Not this upcoming one. It might hint at it, like I'm saying, like an ending credit trailer or something like that. But
I think the end credit scene will mention Miles
oh
or
yeah, for
Venom,
sure.
like one
If
of
it
those
doesn't,
two.
bro, I will throw popcorn at the audience. I will.
At the audience.
Yes, because it's their fault.
Not
They didn't
the
petition
movie
Marvel hard
screen.
enough. Nah, they didn't petition Marvel hard enough. It's gonna rain popcorn on everybody. They're gonna leave dripping in butter, bro. Dripping in butter. But
You know that'll be your fault too, so you should be pouring yourself a lot of
I
butter
know,
then
I
before you
know.
throw it
I'm
at
just
everybody
gonna like
else.
afterwards, the butter dispensing machine for the popcorn. I'm literally just gonna go there and take a bath.
Oh, the self serve.
Yeah, the
Oh
self.
my
I'm
god.
self serve. Why do you say that? You ever played what's that thing? You ever get necked?
Oh my god. No, that's bringing back middle school memories,
Yeah,
man.
I know it's a little cringy, but like whenever anybody says self serve now, that's all I think about. That
That's
and
that for
family
you.
pack. That's only me. Wow. Okay, she's calling me weird. That's cool.
I
Uh,
said that's sorry for you.
oh, why? It's self serve.
Yeah, oh god, I just did it to myself. Stop doing that.
Yeah, I wanted to do it too. Literally, I said it and I was like, don't let raise your hand. But
I
but I will be upset if Miles isn't either if isn't even mentioned in the credits through word of mouth or anything in the next movie because literally they've been teeing. I feel like they've been teeing. This is gonna be a huge thing when it comes out. They've been teeing up for it so hard.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be probably one of the best things that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and they've done a
And
great job keeping it under wraps.
one, we're gonna have to figure out who's gonna be the actor, even though we're gonna have to keep on guessing.
Uh huh.
And it's gonna be a hard guessing game because it's kinda hard to even look at, oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
this
okay,
person could
okay.
be a good Miles.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
you want to tell them what you told me, who you thought would have been a perfect Miles off camera?
Okay. I told him and he showed me the proper way. If it was an older Miles, I said Jordan Fisher.
No, never in a million years, and that's exactly what I said. No, Jordan Fisher is not it. Would have never
You
been it.
didn't. You never knew who Jordan Fisher
I
was. Like
did.
who?
Look, listen. I don't know
It took you a
people.
while.
Look, I know by faces. I'm a very visual learner. Okay, I don't know people by name. I don't know songs by name. I don't know bands or anything or TV shows by name. But if you show me it or like let me hear something, then I would be like, oh yeah, I know that person. I like Jordan Fisher. He's like a staple since like Disney Channel like some years back. He's just been doing numbers. So I'm not wrong. You're wrong.
What we'll let the audience think, okay?
Jordan Fisher. Come on, guys, please leave suggestions down below of anybody at this point would be better than Jordan Fisher. I could go to the street and pick up
Okay,
some random kid.
who you want? Jaden Smith? Like that's the only
Jaden
ones I could think of on
Jaden
the top
Smith
of my
would
head.
actually he would be good, but he just doesn't he's not a good actor. Oh my god. Please don't cancel me. Don't come for me, Jaden. I love your music. Please send me tickets. But I don't think he's cut out because that's a huge responsibility. Like honestly, bro, any Marvel role, let alone like somebody like a Spider-Man, that's a huge responsibility. You get looked up on like the highest of highest. Like that's a lot of pressure right there. So I
Spider-Man
don't think anybody could just do it.
Spider-Man is the most popular superhero. Even Stan Lee loves Spider-Man.
Literally globally, everybody like
Yeah.
you say any Spider-Man anything around the world,
If
and
you even sing the theme song like da 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 da, everybody knows what you're talking about.
exactly. So that must be like whoever's the Miles, and on top of that, like being Miles and representing like the minority, you're gonna get scrutinized a lot. So whoever has that role, God bless your soul, dude.
Oh yeah, and you have to speak Spanish too. Like it has to be a Hispanic person. Like
I don't know. I
also,
feel like they could get
and
away without.
they can get away, but like all they mention like it's shown like Miles can now speak Spanish, so they're like, you have to be like specifically Puerto Rican because they are very picky. No offense to my any Puerto
Dang, she
Rican
calling y'all
fans.
out.
No offense to them, but y'all have a specific accent, and I can tell if someone's Puerto Rican or Cuban or Mexican.
She's a Hispanic connoisseur. She's a Hispanic whisperer. You hear that, Miles? Whoever's the next Miles, she's coming for you.
We also need to talk about the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2.
Oh, yeah, you spearhead that. You know more about that than me, and I'll just tag along. So go ahead. Let them know.
The release date. They already gave out the release date too early, for my opinion.
Too early.
Because, sorry, Jarvis was speaking to me.
Nerd.
Hey. They said it's October 7th, 2022.
Dang, that's actually pretty close.
And the reason I said it's too early because that's next year, literally next year. I don't think they have. I don't think they should be making plans. I was just saying it's coming out October 2022, not October 7th, 2022. 22. I think I messed up, but yeah.
But yeah, that's a little early for me too. Like, understandably, they probably started working on it immediately after the first one, since it did so well. Like, literally, people were requesting a second one just because it was that good. So they probably put a lot of time and effort, and I don't doubt that it's gonna be good. I just felt like it's a little too soon. But I'm happy. More movies, more content, right?
True. And okay, what do you think is gonna happen in this movie?
Okay, so they kind of already explored the Spider-Verse. I don't know. I literally am I'm not confused, but I'm just stumped. Like, what else is there? They literally they brought all the freaking buckets out. They brought a great list of villains like the Kingpin. They killed Spider-Man. They brought a bunch of maybe I think they're going to revisit the idea of Miles and Gwen being in the same universe. That's probably it. Or they might start off in Gwen's universe for some reason.
I do agree that Miles, and Gwen are going to be together, not as a couple, but like they're going to be together in the movie.
Yeah, I feel like
because they were hinting at it at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So.
But you could have taken that anyway, though. That's how I literally don't know, because they literally brought all the big sparks out for the first one. The first one was like jam packed with everything. So I don't know how they could top
Kingpin, that. They had the female Dr. Octopus. They could have just stick to the male, honestly. I know what they're trying to do, female representation, but like...
Look, I don't mind her. I actually didn't mind her. I think she was like pretty good.
I know, for me, I just rather they just stick with the guy, because I'm just used to seeing the OG, and I'm like, I understand. I know everybody's going at... Maybe it's a different universe, and this one's a female, and the other one's... I understand, but, like, at least, like... Because they put the Kingpin, like, big, strong dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how he is in the comics. I was like, just hoping they just kind of take it from the comics.
Stop being, like, sex. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. but, I don't know. They had, like, a good list. I feel like she added... dynamic to the group, because they also had the Scorpion, and the uncle was also a villain. You know what I mean? I think she added like a nice little change of pace and dynamic to the movie. So it was definitely off guard, but it was a good kind of off guard,
It's good so far.
Yeah,
and we're just gonna have to be waiting for the trailer to come out, and then we'll talk about it, obviously. But it's going to be hard to find out everything.
Yeah, because literally that's the one thing I hope you didn't ask about, because I was just like, I don't know how they literally have to go above and beyond the top of the first movie. They literally set the bar so high the first time. It's ridiculous.
Oh, all right. So I'm just looking this up.
Mm-hmm.
They say that they're building up the relationship between Gwen and Miles.
I knew it.
All right, the romance between them. Right.
I knew it.
And there is no word about the multiverse characters or villains yet, but there's a chance that Catherine Hahn's Doc Ock will return.
Look, I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be a movie focus, and I've said this like in the that's what I said. There's not much they could do except for the Gwen and the Miles thing, but I think at this time they're gonna go into Gwen's universe, and Miles is somehow gonna appear in her universe, and they're gonna face on her villains. And for some reason, I feel like the female Doc Ock is gonna like slip in the universe too, and kind of get in good with her villains, and that's what I think is gonna happen, judging from the
And I
information
can
you've given
honestly
me.
see that. I
Mm-hmm.
can honestly see that. To be honest, yeah. And in the comics, they both had a good. They were in a relationship in the comic books, anyways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nothing new that we're seeing here.
Oh, for sure, dude. For sure. And I'm actually
Yeah.
excited now about the movie if that's the case because like I don't know. Like I feel like on screen their dynamic was really good with each other.
Oh, they had like a good, one of the best chemistries, other than like Gwen being buddy with the original Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Like you can tell there's actual chemistry. Oh, what is it?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, you can tell there's actually chemistry. Like you can tell she was actually interested, but she's just like playing him.
Yeah, especially with the hair debacle thing where his hand. That was
Yeah.
I feel like that was a great way, a great kind of like little origin of kind of getting her hair to like, shave and like the look she has. It's not just the I came looking like this gamer girl kind of look. It's just like, I had to because man's ripped my hair out. I felt that was a cute little quirky moment that was needed.
Oh, I hated that.
Welcome back.
Well, what would you do if somebody just kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, Sammy, I accidentally took these scissors to your hair. Would you kind of like do the same or?
I would have been like, what the heck? And then my other reaction is to not cut it too short, to not cut it too short. As I don't look good with that short hair, but I do look good with short hair, so you gotta cut it right.
I mean, have you had short hair before? Is that why you say it? Because I'm like, how do you know you don't?
Yeah.
Do you end up looking like Dora?
No, my hair gets really curly. I'll end up looking like Shirley Temple, so we don't want that happening.
I don't know. Could be a good change of pace. Who knows? The world may never know. But what I was gonna add on to that though, shoot, I think I forgot. Yeah, I completely forgot what I was gonna add on to that.
Well, we were talking about Gwen and Miles' chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
If that might help you run your memory.
Yeah, I'm running it through. It's not ringing a bell. I think it was something big, but oh well. Next episode. Next time on Dragon Ball. It's not Dragon Ball. Next time on Geeky Planet.
Well, you can try.
I don't know. Like, you ever seen Dragon Ball to where they're like, like, you know how they always do the episodes? Like, next time.
Oh, yeah, to be continued.
Yeah, the to be continued, and the dude monologues, and it's like, this is what happens in the next episode of blah, blah, blah. Tune in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, for any reality TV show?
Yeah, but I feel like that's different. I was like the Hispanic one. It's like, welcome to Telenovelo. We're back. Jessica. I don't know, bro. Was that racist?
Telemundo is more emphasized, like, welcome back to the next episode.
Wait.
Oh, no, they actually speak
it. Wait. How are you Hispanic?
They
and I did a better accent than you. You gotta redeem yourself.
Bro, I can't even think of what it is in Spanish, okay? I would have done it better if I just remember what it is in Spanish.
You would have.
I just can't think what was welcome in Spanish. I'm going to just hear hate. I'm going to hear hate from my friends. Like, Samantha's this. I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
wow.
guys, make sure you drop a roast in the comment. I'm just kidding. Please don't roast her. Roast me.
No, you could roast me. I need it. Please.
I don't think that's you do realize who you're asking. You're asking the internet here, and
oh yeah,
they don't have any limits, dog.
Bro, I'm hoping they don't have limits.
Oh, okay, that's a bold statement. I hope you could. Okay. Don't come crying to me and say delete the comments afterwards.
Bro, why would I be crying? I'll be laughing with it. I'm like, LOL, true.
Hey, that's a vibe. That's respect right there, dude. Get you
literally when you're raised with a Hispanic family, nothing can harm
Yeah,
you.
bro, she gets roasted on the daily. Allegedly. Supposedly.
Supposedly. Are you kidding me? I just got bullied today by my dad and my mom and my brother and my
Oh, I thought you were
uncle.
going to say you got bullied by me before the show.
Nah, I said something stupid today. Nate caught it. I was just man.
Yeah, it is what it is. But, yeah, guys. But honestly, how do you want to wrap it up with the Miles situation?
All right, I'm really hoping they continue on with this Miles trend that we had from since the first movie of Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly grow bigger. I don't want Miles to be introduced too early into the movie. I want him at the end credits scene, him looking at least like him looking up like, wow, that's Spider-Man. Like he actually did save the world. He actually is a good guy. Like that type of wow
Yeah.
moment. I hope the video game is 10 out of
It
10.
most likely will be.
Perfect, wonderful, great storyline. And then my ending to this Miles is the movie Into the Spider-Verse, untitled, because that's what they said.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be wonderful. And honestly, I hope it's in Gwen, like you said, hope it's in Gwen's universe, not Miles, because we just did Miles already.
Okay, so my thoughts on it is I respect Marvel for taking their time and fostering this baby. It's not just let's just throw it and see what happens. They're taking their time with this, and they've been doing a really good job putting little stuff in the movies, and also like that big Sony movie that happened with, Into the Spider-Verse. That was beautiful. I feel like Sony and Marvel, if they could come together to do this one thing, they will have the most beautiful baby that is the Miles Morales Spider-Man. And it's looking good so far. I just like you said, I hope they don't rush into things, like, because the one thing would be is everybody's kind of expecting it now. I think everybody is, and it would be one thing to expect it and then nothing happens and they're like, oh, you guys stop, we got you, ha ha. Then that's a huge disappointment right there. But I'd rather them take their time, even if it takes a little longer, just to bring it out. But I'm still throwing popcorn at people if I don't get my Miles, dude. It's no question, hands down. Hands down.
You could be the Miles.
Yeah, right? I'll dress up to the movie theater. Smiles and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna be in the next movie. Start doing backflips in the lobby.
Yeah. I'll record you just in case you fail.
Wow, you're gonna put me on Worlds? I don't think that's a thing anymore, but yeah, put me on TikTok. Maybe we'll go viral because of that top. But speaking of viral and TikTok, you guys know the drill. It's another beautiful episode of the podcast. If you guys want to listen to more or find, other avenues to listen to, we got the Spotify in the description. We got, Pandora. We got all this and that. And the third, we got the YouTube and everything. Please check that out. Also, we have Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Check us out. We're definitely going to be posting more content on there soon, especially more live content once it's movie time. We could be funny and stupid and do all that. But also just go on there, stay updated with any information in regards to new episodes or how we're doing the episodes each week.
And if you're having a hard time finding us on Spotify or any of that, just go to our Instagram. We have our website there to find our podcast.
Yup. Thanks for the plug, Sam.
No problem.
Such a hard worker.
And of course I am. I'm the one that had to do everything so far. I'm joking.
She's carrying me. But I shouldn't have admit that. My ego, it hurts. But with that being said, do you have anything else to say, Sam?
No, I hope you all have a good rest of your day or whatever time you're listening to it.
Follow the podcast. Do it. Do it. Thank you. Goodbye.
Gotta. Bye.